the very end of 2008, which has been a pretty rad year, what with the Universe line and animated and the back end of the movie line all at once. So what better way to wrap up the year than to completely ignore all those guys and review an obscure old G1 toy that nobody cares about and nobody's going to be in a hurry to rush out and buy. I speak, of course, of Roadgrabber. I've had this guy for 20 years now and he's still one of my favourites because he's utterly unique, at least in my collection. Check out his mean shoulders and wicked scowl. He reminds me a bit of Galvatron as well, because he's like one of these camp 1960s robots. Destroy humans, beep beep. His main weapon's this snazzy gun, which he can't hold anymore because I snapped the peg off in his hand about a fortnight after I got it. I was only 5. The other day I looked him up on TFU and I was delighted to see that exactly the same thing had happened to theirs. What are the chances? His arm joint's a bit like Cup, sticking out of his ribcage again, but unlike Cup, Roadgrabber can pull it off, because he wasn't like the main supporting lead in the movie and entire third series. I don't expect quite as much from a guy who didn't actually appear in anything until 2006. He showed up in Stormbringer and hung around in the back for a bit, and then with a shit and a spow, he was ferminated. Before I go ahead and transform him, I want to point out his secret third mode. Roadgrabber. I'm so sorry. Well, the less said about this, the better. It sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and move right into his Pretender Shell, which is a car. I guess these daft pincers on the front are why he's called Roadgrabber, or it might be something to do with tyre grip. I don't know anything about cars. I'm loving the purple and the blue. Not so much the hot pink, but we must remember this was 1988, the year of Piranacon. So I think Roadgrabber got off lightly. So check it out, you can open him up, da-da-da, like that, and pop the robot in there for a little nap so the car can do all the work. He's obviously not driving it. I guess he's pretending. And now for the finale. You can clip these pink guns on the back here, just on these clamps, and you push it along, and it activates what I'm reliably informed is called pom-pom action. Pom, 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 pom. So this is Battle Chariot mode, apparently, and despite the hilariously obvious weak spot and the snazzy control panel, I'm going to ignore it because it's done. Say all you want about the Pretenders though, to me Roadgrabber is everything that the late G1 Decepticons were all about. Ridiculous alt modes, silly colours, and I can't help but love him all the more for it. And if you don't agree, then at least he doesn't have tentacles.